Part 3. If you're watching this independently of Part 1 and Part 2, my name is Stephen J. Humphrey. I'm the independent parliamentary candidate for Bournemouth East at the next general election, when eventually it is announced by Gordon Brown. Right, so the last 20 minutes I've rattled on about some of the problems. Now the question is, kids having a laugh. Right, well, the solution. Right, that was the problem reaction, and now we have the solution, part 3 of what seems to be the agenda today. Cause a problem, listen to the reaction, and then propose a solution. Well, my solution is, for the next 5 years, we established the Supreme Court to look into every aspect of how we govern ourselves, from the basic history to how we've provided solutions to the problems of the day, and then I need to know where we stand at the moment. Now, for many of you who are now leaving the football ground, these are not problems. You don't, because the majority of people don't know that we have a Bill of Rights 1689 that basically gives a limit on the sovereign power, right? You don't know what the problem is. Your benefits get stopped and you don't know why your benefits are stopped. You're in a mental home because you don't know why you're in a mental home. I think it's my duty to tell you that you have fundamental rights. But the government doesn't seem to have that same obligation. One of the fundamental maxims of modern government is that for every right there is a responsibility. If you have a gun permit, your responsibility is to put that gun and to keep that gun safe so that kids don't blow their heads off. If you're driving a car, it's your responsibility to be insured against damage, against an accident, against causing harm. If you're building a house, you have to have planning regulations that prove the house ain't going to fall down, that the house is warm, that the house serves as a house, fit for purpose. But everything that we've done, we haven't done as far as Parliament is concerned. Is it right that the benefits agency can stop your benefits? Nobody's examined that issue. The Secretary of State just looks at it as a number. He says 30,000 people lost work, came off the dole, and he spins it on the telly and says that's a benefit. But the cost is that those 30,000 people were late for interviews, and yet they still lost their benefits. Is that a problem? Yes, it's a problem, but what is causing that problem? Is it the Employment Act 1984? Is it the Welfare Reform Act of 2007? Is it the mindset of the Secretary of State? What is causing the problem that we have? What is causing homelessness? Could it be something to do with bad landlords kicking people out for no good reason? Is it property rights have been ignored in favour of government policy? What is causing the problem? Why are 2.5 million people unemployed? Why is there no government agency set up to protect the interests of job seekers? Why is there no union for job seekers? Why? I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on, but I want to concentrate on solutions. Now, there is reports out there is evidence out there that says why these problems exist, but they're not in the public agenda. Is the BBC telling us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? How do we fix it? Is the main part. What do we need to do to fix it? And I believe that we need to take a big picture view. Now, the big picture for a lot of us is watching telly. A lot of us don't want to be concerned with why we blew the crap out of Iraq. A lot of people don't want to know, but I need to know. I need to fix it, and the only way I can fix it is if I persuade a majority of Bournemouth East residents, voters, to vote for me and take me to Parliament. But how can I get to Parliament when I've got no money to put an ad in your favourite paper? How do I tell you that I'm standing for Parliament if I can't get on the telly? I should really go over there and hand out leaflets, but this for me is my only access to media, and handing out leaflets to those is not the cost-effective way of telling you I'm standing for Parliament. I don't want 444 votes. I want 14,000 votes. I want to tell Tobias, in the Democratic majority view, that he's sacked. And the only way you can sack an MP is to vote him out of office. And how, you know, if someone like me doesn't get into Parliament and I don't find that person to talk to, and I can't explain my concerns to that person, how do I get my concerns acknowledged in Parliament? I write to the MPs and they ignore me. I write to Gordon Brown and his secretary sends me a letter saying that your notes have been noted, your views have been noted. Which is no use to me at all. I want solutions. I want to know, why are you stopping benefits? Why are you slamming people into the dirt because you're a copper? Why is Ian Tomlinson getting killed just for walking past an incident? I don't know how to fix it. I'm sorry. I can't fix it if I'm ignored. And if I'm ignored, what are they doing about your concerns? What are they doing to address your issue? You're a single dad. You've got 2 kids. You can't see your kids because social services have sent the kids off to a concentration camp in Weston-super-Mare. I don't know. How do I get that father to see his kids? If the law is broken, that doesn't give him the right that it says in the Human Rights Act that you have the right to found a family. The dad's done his time. He wants to be a father, but he can't because the state is kicking him in the nuts. So how do I get to Parliament if nobody knows I even exist? And you're going to be concerned about this rant. You're going to be concerned about the fact that I fucking swear all the fucking time. But the reason I fucking swear all the fucking time is because I'm frustrated. Tobias has not done his job as your MP. And yet I can't the only evidence I have is what I've got. The fact that he's ignored every email I've sent him. I've asked him for a TV debate. What are your thoughts on a TV debate? And he ignores me. Tobias, would you like to come to our area forum? And he ignores me. He is your MP. Tobias Elwood is your MP for Bournemouth East. And yet, I wonder how many people actually know who he is. 20%, 30%, 40%? I doubt very much if it's anywhere over 50%. Right, so the issue, we've got about 4 weeks to go. And I'd like to know in a month's time roughly how many votes I can attract, I can get from Bournemouth East. So I'm begging you, tell people that I exist. Tell people to watch me on YouTube at A41Dog on YouTube. Join me on Facebook. I want to see my Facebook group, Vote Stephen J. Humphrey, with 20,000 members. And then I want you to go out and tell people, vote. Don't sit at home, don't watch the football. Get out there and vote. Even if you do support Tobias, even if you are a Liberal Democrat, even if you do want to vote UKIP, tell them to vote. And I think we'll save this for part 4. Right, my name's Stephen J. Humphrey, blah blah.